I'm gonna to talk to you about the Unit 5 Short Story Part 2 presentation. Table of content. First, I'm gonna talk to you about the summary. Second is themes. Third is literature device. Four is methods of characterization. Fifth is word choice. Six is sentence style. First, William and the volleyball summary. Summary of my short story. My short story is about William, who is a 16 years old boy who is not very good at sports, but his mom was a good volleyball player, but she died when William was 1 year old. Next, when William was 12, his dad told him about his mom's love for playing the game volleyball, and William decided to try more sports like his mother, and William was not very good at volleyball at first, but he kept practicing, and in the end he became a very good sports player. William also learned that it is very important not to give up on his dreams. Second is rules of the game summary. Summary rules of the game. The story is about 6 years old, a Chinese American girl named Waverly Zhang who is good at playing chess. The story also mentions that she has problems with her mother because her mother likes to use her daughter to show off in front of other people. Her mother but his mother is always very proud of her, but pushes her too much. She said, the story is about the conflict between two cultures, China and America, and the relationship between the mother and the daughter. Theme, my short story. Theme is never give up on your dreams, because the importance of friendship, the importance of family, the importance of self-confidence, and the importance of overcoming. William thought it was good to face problems with each other challenges his difficult instead of escaping them. He improved his skill at last, but best of all, he lost weight by practicing volleyball and made friends with his teammates too. Theme, rules of the game. Rules of the game. Theme, the conflict between two cultures, the importance of finding a balance between love and respect, the importance of between mother and daughter, and the quotation is here. Like most of the other Chinese children who played it in the back alleys of restaurants and curl alley and shops, I didn't think we were poor. My bone was always full. 3-5 course meals every day, being with a soup of mysterious things I didn't want to know the names of. Third, the literature device, rules of the game, and my short story. My short story, William with the volleyball simile. He was like a small person as he knew him. I use this simile on he was like a small person as he knew him is to compare William to his former self. Yes, I'm as good as my brother. Yes, I am as good as my mother, William said. This is the comparison shows how much William has changed over the story, and he looked down on William because he looked like him as a fat guy at school. William was once a shy and scared person who was afraid of stand up for himself. But now he is a confident and is not afraid of challenges. Not afraid of challenges, and this change is the reminder that people can change and that they can achieve great things if they set their goals minds to it. Literature device simile, rules of the game. I would swing my patent leather shoes back and forth like an impatient child riding on a school bus. Because the author is trying to tell like Waverly is not good at chess, but she is good at chess. Like she fights chess with a old man who is like a very professional, but she wins. Yeah, so Waverly is a good at chess. So this is the author trying to compare the looking and the outside of Waverly. And my breath came out like angry smoke. This is because she is very angry and tired. The alley was quiet and I could see the yellow lights shining from our flat like two tigers' eyes in the night. Literature device, metaphor. Rules of the game. I think the only children who thought he was the real thing were too young to know that Santa Claus was not Chinese. My mother had deaf ears. My mother's eyes turned to dark black slits. And William and the volleyball metaphor. What a strange person you are. Come and die, the boy laughed. Surprisingly, his mom was very good at volleyball player, but she died after a very heart attack when William was 1 year old. Then a boy said, "Hey, fat guy, do you really know how to play?" Literature device. Rules of the game. A light wind began blowing past my ears. It whispered secretly, only I could hear. "Check," I said, as the wind roared with laughter. The alley was quiet. I could see the yellow lights shining from our flat like two tigers' eyes in the night. Literature device onomatopoeia. Rules of the game. At which point an old lady with fine white wispy hair nodded towards our family and said with a whistling whisper, "Merry Merry Christmas." Blowing from the south, it murmured, "The wind leaves no trail." I saw a clear path, the traps to avoid. Third is, it whispered secretly, only I could hear. Okay, literature device onomatopoeia. William and the volleyball. Boom! That was a good try and the ball hit the ground. But crack! He fell and twisted his ankle. Then a boy said, "Hey, fat guy, do you really know how to play?" Fourth is my characterization. My short story. William and the volleyball. Every time Robert tries to laugh at William that William was volleyball was very bad, but this made William very sad. Next, William tries to know that his volleyball is very good, so he jumps really high to smash the ball, but he breaks his ankle. Rules of the game. Then I ran off with my friends, trickling with laughter as we scampered across the alley and hit the entry grotto of the China Gem Company, heart pounding with hope that he would chase us. Method of characterization dialogue. Rules of the game. I asked her mom, "What is the Chinese torture?" My mother shook her head. A bobby pin was wedged between her lips. She weighted her palm with smooth the hair above my ear, then pushes the pin so that it nicked sharply against my skull. "Who said this word?" she asked without a trace of knowing how wicked I was being. I shrugged my shoulders and said, "Some boy in my class said Chinese people do Chinese torture." "Chinese people do many things," she said simply. "Chinese people do business, do medicine, do painting, not lazy like American people. We do best torture." Best torture. William at the volleyball. "Why do you come to school, William?" "Do you want to continue playing volleyball?" said Robert. "I can beat you anytime if I want." His mouth smiles more and more wide open. William didn't know what to say to Robert, but William said, I just want to do what I have to do as a student. I'm not interested at fighting with anyone. Competition is competition, not fight. Methods of characterization dialogue. Description. Rules of the game. And a man who watched me play in the park suggests that my mother allowed me to play in a local chess tournament. My mother smiled graciously and answered that meant no nothing. I desperately wanted to go, but I bit back my tongue. I knew she would not let me play among strangers. So as we walked home, I said in a small voice that didn't want to play in the local tournament. They would have American rules. If I lost, I would bring shame on my family. William and the volleyball description. Methods of characterization. Robert felt that something had changed William. He didn't know what it was, but William is different compared with what he knew about this person. He wouldn't dare to speak out his disagreement in front of him. Where was this coward? He was like a small person as he knew him. After a moment of silence at William, he promised to have showdown in 2 weeks later. Fifth, word choice. Word choice, rules of the game. Some words are complex, but not all of it is complex. Easy to understand the mostly of the time. Example, instead of saying read the page, the author uses more advanced words, scan the page quickly. Word choice, William and the volleyball. Where was this coward? In this paragraph, I use the word coward instead of weak boy to show William is weak, not a strong person. 6. Sentence style. Sentence style. Rules of the game. Like most of the other Chinese children who play in the back alleys of restaurants and curio shops, I didn't think we were poor. Bite back your tongue, scolded my mother when I cried loudly, yanking her hand towards me, the store that scolded back of scold pumps. Second style, rules of the game. William, who is 16 years old boy, living in Los Angeles. If his mom didn't have a volleyball dream, he would definitely give up on his goal at this time, playing volleyball. Yeah. He didn't know what it was, but William didn't compare with what he knew about this person. 7 is the last, and this is my Venn diagram. Mood, Venn diagram. My short story mood is sad to happy. William doesn't have good childhood, like to play video games. Rules of the game, happy, exciting, and focused. Because O is the mood like goes up because my short story. In the last, William liked to play volleyball better than the first. Yeah, and rules of the game in the last, Waverly won the game, so she's very happy. So mood is like not very unhappy, but the story happens is like here, and next is like down, then go up, and Waverly is good at the end. Word choice, short story, easy to understand. Rules of the game is some words are hard words, but not of it, but yeah, like just one or two words that are complex for fifth or sixth graders. Both is serious, some are easy to understand. Okay, thank you.